Hello students, welcome back to my channel Ask Task. Hope you're doing well so far, and I hope you all have benefited with the previous videos of unit 1, 2, 3, 4 of goods and service taxation. If not, please go back, watch the previous units, and then you can start with unit 5, which is the last unit under goods and service taxation, especially for Bangalore University BBA B students. So without delay, let us start with unit 5. We are going to learn what are the different topics which are going to be occurred in your final exam, starting with the 2 marks. Again, this unit is fully theory, there is no practical. In GST, as you have seen, there are only 2 chapters probably, because second chapter there is no much importance is given for problems, that is the transaction value. You thoroughly study the transaction value from unit 3, so you can expect only transaction value, the value of supply, the ITC problems in your final exam. So that means the theory part, that is unit 1, 2 and 5 are fully theory according to the syllabus and according to the weightage given to the topics given in these units. And yes, a similar way, the unit 5, that is payment of taxes and filing returns, is a theory unit where you can expect at least 15 marks questions, 2 marks and 15 marks question. And section B, they have asked about the GST networks and the GSP, but let's go on understanding the topics under it. So let's get started with 2 marks, wherein you have to study about the definitions, because as the topic at the heading of the unit says that it's all about the payment of taxes and filing returns. So you should be thorough with the definition of what are returns under GST. Also the different type of electronic ledgers. So just comment below if you want me to explain about the different type of electronic ledgers, like electronic credit ledger, cash ledger and liability ledger, which is a very important concept under 5th unit, which definitely can come for 2 or 5 marks, to that is section B, to describe the different types of electronic ledgers. So please comment below. And also you have to study about the outward and inward supply. The reason behind I am putting here, because these 2 concepts you would be already studied in your unit 1, because there obviously when you study of different type of supplies, your inward and outward supply are the different types. Okay, so I have not stressed that there, because again there are a lot of repeated concepts in each unit. So it is you who will decide where to learn what. Now outward supply and inward supply, obviously you have to study in the beginning, because when you're finding the answers for the 5 marks, or when you're going through the transaction values and all, you have to know about the outward and inward supplies. So that's a basic thing what you have to learn in GST, right? So by now you have to be thorough with what do you mean by outward and inward supply. So that's why I'm going to put it here in unit 5, so you can expect 2 marks question on it. And also you have to study about the GST network. You have to study what do you mean by GSTN. See, GSTN and GSTIN is totally different. So students, what I've seen is they get confused between these 2 concepts, GSTN and GSTIN. So IN is identity number, just like how you have PAN number, that's GSTI number is the number which is given for the registered companies. But GSTN, wherein is the network, the goods and service taxation network. So you have to find know the difference between these 2, because they might ask for 2 marks. So they lose marks if you write wrong answers for these 2, you can definitely lose marks. So just be clear with these 2 topics. And you have to be very thorough with the contents in GSTR 1, 2, 3 and 9. In your syllabus you only have these 4 contents, that is the returns. You have GSTR 4, 5, 6, but in your syllabus you only have these 4, so please concentrate only on these 4 concepts, not the other concepts. Why? Because it looks similar, because if you study one particular return thing, like if you study about GSTR 1, which says about the outward supply, so if you learn about this, you can write all other returns, because see, the eligibility of filing return in GSTR 1, 2, 3 and 9 all are same, and the non-eligibility also is same, where you have to include, if you are writing for 5 marks, definitely you have to include all these things. What is the penalty? What do you mean by GSTR 1? So that concept is different, but the eligibility criteria, non-eligibility criteria and the penalties are similar, almost similar. So if you study one content, you can write for all the 4. That is one thing which might come for 5 marks. And GST network, definitely a very, very important one. Definite question you can expect from network, either the functions or the structure, or they can ask you to write about GST network or how it works, the ecosystem, that is where you include GSP, that is Suvidha provided, this type of a network wherein entire operations of the GST filing returns and the operation happens through GSP. It's a provider. So these are all the questions or important topics what you have to first concentrate in unit 5. Then you can go with the other concepts in 5th unit. Okay, so let us come to the marks allotted. So as I told you, in section A and C you can expect most of the question, where in section B very few importance is given, or very few topics can be asked, right? So you have to mainly concentrate on section A and section C. The maximum marks what you can expect is 20 marks or 22 marks, including the 2 marks one. Again, you can refer the same books which I've recommended in the previous videos, right? As I told you, because a lot of repetitions and a lot of syllabus, I mean previous, especially in unit 5, there was GST technology in the previous syllabus. Now they have changed to payment methods and the GST filing returns. So there might be slight difference the content. So just refer the recent additions which are there. Also in recent editions you can find various GST technology, like GSP contents are more about the GSTN networks, the contents are more, so you can study from all these textbooks regarding the same thing. So this was all about unit 5. Any doubts, any queries, any type of confusions or clarification do you need, students? You can anytime comment below my videos so that I can clear your doubts, or you can make a separate video for it. So that's all for goods and service taxation for BBA and BCom final year students. Be thorough with your concepts, and stay tuned for my next video where I'll be explaining you how to write answers for each section, and this will be for all the exams, and this will be for all the students who are writing their final exams or their undergraduation exams or post-graduation exams. So stay tuned for that. It will be a very, very helpful video for all of you who definitely struggle to write answers in the exam and struggle to have time management. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back very shortly, and all the best to my dear students.